Welcome back to another video from my channel. Today we will be looking at stem and leaf diagrams. A stem and leaf diagram is used to order and present data given to two or three significant figures. Each number is first split into its stem and leaf. For example, take the number 42, where 4 is the stem and 2 is the leaf. It enables the shape of the distribution of the data to be revealed, and quartiles can easily be found from the diagram. Two sets of data can be compared using back-to-back stem and leaf diagrams. For number 1, 30 college students were asked how many movies they had in their collection. The results are as follows. So we have 12, 25, 34, 17, 12, 18, 29, 34, 45, 6, 15, 9, 25, 3, 29, and so on. So we have to draw a stem and leaf diagram to represent these data. So first let's do that. Here the smallest number is 3 and 3 can be written as 0, 3. So here 0 is going to be the stem and 3 is going to be the leaf. So we can say that this is the stem, which is 0, and the numbers are 3, and then we have 6 and 9 here, which can also be written as 0, 6 and 0, 9. So they all belong to the same stem. Therefore, it will be 3, 6, and 9. And there will be a vertical line here. And then the next larger number is 12 and 12, as well as another 12 here. So there are 3 12s. So we can write the stem being 1, and there will be 3 2s. So after that, we have 15 here, which is the next larger one, and they are present 3 times. So there are going to be 3 5s here. Similarly, after that we have 17, so 7. Then we have 18 and then 19, so 8 and 9. So we can include a key here to represent what this means. Basically what one line 5 means is it is going to be 15. Then for the stem of 2, now we will look at numbers that start with 2. For example, the smallest one is 20, so it's going to be 0. Then we have 2 again because of 22. Then 5, 5 and 5 because there are 3 5s here. Then we have 6 6 because we have 26 here and another 26. And then we have 2 27s, so 7 7. And then we have 29 twice, so it's going to be 9 9. And then we're done with the stem of 2. Then we have 30 remaining. The smallest number is 32, and there's 2 of them, so 32 is twice. Then we have 34 twice as well. Similarly, we have 35, which occurs once, and that is the end of the 30 series. Then for the stem of 4, we have 42 here, so the stem is going to be 4, and the first number is 42, so 2, and then we have 45 at the end, so the leaf is going to be 45. And this is our stem and leaf diagram. We can note down how many numbers are there. For the first one, there are 3 numbers, 1 2 3. For the second one, we have 3 6 and 9, so there are 9 numbers in the second row. For the stem of 2, we have 3 6 9 10 and 11, so there are 11 numbers here. After that, we have 2 4 and 5, so there are 5 numbers, and at the end we have only 2 numbers. And this is our completed stem and leaf diagram. So for number A, we have to find the median. As you remember, median, which is Q2, is going to be at the position of n by 2, and if you calculate the summation of all of this, it's going to be 30, as they have mentioned here, 30 college students. So using the formula for n by 2, this is going to be 30 divided by 2, which is 15. And since this is a whole number, it means that the actual median is going to be the average of the 15th term and the 16th term. So we add them and divide them by 2. And the 15th term is going to be around here. So this is the third term. And this is going to be the 12th term, because 3 plus 9 is 12. Then this is the 13th term, 14th term, and 15th term. So the 15th term is going to be 25, and the 16th term is going to be 25 as well. So we can find the average of those, which is 25 plus 25 divided by 2. That gives us 25. And this is our median. For the next question, in number B, which is to find the lower quartile. Lower quartile is going to lie at n divided by 4, if you remember. So n here is 30. So we apply 30 divided by 4, which we get as being 7.5. And if you remember from our previous videos, because this is not a whole number, we have to round this up to 8. So the 8th term is going to be the lower quartile. Here the 8th term is going to be around in the second column. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the 8th term here is 15. Therefore, the lower quartile is simply going to be 15. And then for the next one, which is the upper quartile. As you know, upper quartile lies at 3n by 4, or n by 4 multiplied with 3. And this is going to be 30 divided by 4 multiplied with 3, which gives us a value of 22.5. Because this is a decimal number, we have to round this up to 23. So the upper quartile is going to be the 23rd term. Here we have 3 plus 9, which is 12, and then 12 plus 11, which is 23. So this is going to be the 23rd term, which is going to be 29. For the last question, we have a class of 16 boys and 13 girls having completed a physics test. The test was marked out of 60. Their marks are shown below. Here we have the groups for boys and girls. So we have to draw a back-to-back stem and leaf diagram. So in our previous example, we had a stem and leaf diagram like this, where this was the stem and these were the leaves, and they had their corresponding values. Here, what back-to-back stem, leaf, and diagram means is that we are going to have the stem at the middle, and the leaves will be both at the right side and the left side. So to demonstrate this, I'll have to mention the groups here. So this is going to be the groups for boys, and this is going to be the groups for girls. So to begin, we have to look for the smallest number here first for boys, which is going to be 28. So for 28, 2 is going to be the stem and 8 is going to be the leaf. So we can express that being 2 and 8 here. And the next larger number is going to be 29. So this is going to be 9. And then we do not have any other numbers belonging to the stem of 2. So for girls, it's going to be 24 and 26. So the leaves are going to be 4 and 6 respectively. And the final number for the stem of 2 for girls is going to be 8, because 28 also exists. So after that, we have the stem of 3. For boys, is going to be 32. Then we have 34 as well. So there are 3 here. So the leaves are going to be 2, 2, and 4 respectively. Similarly for girls, there are 32, 34, 34, and 33, and 39. So rearranging them in ascending order is going to be 2, 3, 4, 4, because there are 2 34s. And then finally we have 9, which is the value from 39. And if you notice, the stem and leaf diagram for the boys, for example, on the left side, goes from center to the left. And for the girls, it goes from center to the right. For the first column, we have 2 for the boys and 3 for the girls. And then 3 for the boys and 5 for the girls. So continuing, for the next stem, this is going to be 4. We have 45, 47, 48, 44, and 45 again. So it's going to be 4, which is this one. Then 45 twice, so 5, 5. Then we have 47, which is going to be 7. And then finally 8. There are 5 numbers here. And for the girls, is going to be 47, 45, and 46. So 5, 6, and 7. There are 3 numbers here. Then for the next stem, which is going to be for 5, there are 54, 56, 57, 54, and 56. So 2 54s and 2 56 and 1 57. So 4, 4, 6, 6, 7 is going to be the leaf structure. There are 5 students here. Next, for the girls, we have 52 and 54. So it's going to be 2 and 4, which consists of only 2 numbers. At the end, we have 60 here, which is the only number for boys. So it's going to be 60. And for girls, there are none. So this is our completed back-to-back stem and leaf diagrams. So we can include a key so that the examiner can understand what's going on. Here we can use this. 3, 2 means 32. And this is going to be the key for our stem and leaf diagrams. And we also include 1 for the boys. So 3, 2 in this direction means 32 as well. For number B, we have to draw a box plot for these data. If you remember from our previous video, in a box plot, there are several features that have to be addressed or shown properly. So for a box plot, we need to have Q1, Q2, and Q3 respectively, which are the quartiles. Then we need the highest value and the lowest value. So let us find those first. For Q1 for boys, the lower quartile is going to be 16 multiplied with 1 by 4, because as you can see, there are 16 boys. So using the rule for n divided by 4, it's going to give us 4, which is a whole number. So in actuality, the lower quartile is going to be the average of the 4th and 5th term. So we find the 4th and 5th term. Here the 4th term is going to be here because there are 2 terms here and this is the 3rd. So this is the 4th term, which is going to be 32. And then the 5th term is going to be 34. So 32 plus 34 divided by 2 gives us 33, which is the average of those numbers. And this is the lower quartile. For the upper quartile, for boys, is going to be 16 multiplied with half, which gives us a value of 8. And this is a whole number, so the actual median is going to be the average of the 8th and the 9th term. So we can find the average. First, we need to find the 8th and the 9th term. The 8th term is going to be after this because this is the 5th term. So 44 is going to be the 6th term. This is the 7th term and this is the 8th term. So the 8th term is 45 and the 9th term is 47. So 45 plus 47 divided by 2 gives us 46, and this is the median. Similarly, for the upper quartile, this is going to be 16 multiplied with 3 by 2, and this gives us a value of 12. So the upper quartile is going to be the average of the 12th and the 13th data points. So here we have 10 data points and then 11, 12. So the 12th data point is 54. And then the 13th data point is going to be 56. So we divide those together by adding them first to get 55. And we have found out the quartiles for the boys. The highest value is going to be 60 here, assuming that there are no outliers. So we can write that highest value is 60. And the lowest value is going to be 28, as you can see. So we can write that down. here. And we're done with the boys. Now we can apply the same rules for the girls as well. For girls, we can say that the lower quartile is going to be n divided by 4. In this case, n is 13 here because there are only 13 girl students in this sample. So 13 divided by 4 is going to be 3.25, which, as you can see, has to be rounded up because this is not a whole number. So the fourth term is going to be the lower quartile. In this case, the fourth term is this. So 32 is going to be our lower quartile. For the median, this is going to be 13 divided by 2 using n divided by 2 rule, which is going to give us 6.5. And this is not a whole number, so we have to round this up to the seventh term, which is going to be, in this case, there are 3 terms here and then 5. So this is going to be the seventh term. So this is going to be 34. And for the upper quartile, which is going to be Q3, which can be found out using 13 multiplied with 3 by 4, giving us 9.75. And as you can see, this is not a whole number, so we have to round this up to 10. Now looking at the stem and leaf diagram, you can see that there are 8 data points, and this is going to be 8 plus 3, which is 11. So the 10th data point is going to be 46. Therefore, the 10th term is simply 46 here. And now we have found out the quartiles for the girls, and the highest value is going to be 54, and the lowest value is going to be 24, as you can see here. So you can write this down. So here we have all of the data. We can draw a box plot for this. First, we will need to set up a vertical scale. This will be the marks. And you can see that the lowest value is 28, and for females is going to be 24. So we can actually start our graph from 20. And then roughly using the same divisions, this is going to be 30. This is going to be 40. This is going to be 50. And finally, this is going to be 60. Now we can plot the data for the boys. The lowest is at 28. So it's roughly around here. So this is going to be the lowest value for the boys. And the lower quartile is at 33, which is around here. So you can draw a line like this. And then after that, we have 46, which is the median, which is around here. So we can plot this here. Similarly, the upper quartile is at 55, which is roughly around here. So this is going to be the point. And after that, the highest value is going to be at 60. So we will draw a small whisker or small line like this. Now we connect the quartiles like this and connect the bottom part. And then finally, we can connect the end whiskers that represent the highest and the lowest value. Similarly, connecting this as well. And then going to slightly erase this part because this should not extend. So this is the box plot for the boys. Now drawing a box plot for the girls. Here we have the lowest value at 24 and then the lower quartile at 32. So we can plot those here at 24, which is around this position. So we can draw a small whisker, represent this. We should be like this. And then at 32 for the lower quartile, which should be slightly lower than the lower quartile of the boys. So it should be around here. After that, we have the median at 34, which should be slightly above the lower quartile of the boys. So something like this. Then we have the upper quartile at 46, which is equal to the median of the boys. So something like this. And finally, the highest value, which is at 54. And this is slightly lower than the upper quartile of the boys. So something like this. Now the only thing that is left is to connect this. So we do that like this, and then like this. And finally join the end whiskers to represent the highest and the lowest values that are not an outlier. This is going to be the box plot for the group of girls. Note, during the exam, you should use a ruler or a plastic scale to draw this in a more straight fashion. So thank you all for watching. Please make sure to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe if you enjoyed my content. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.